Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the 4 reasons why we don't achieve our goals. I've been setting personal goals for as long as I can remember. I am a type 3 Enneagram and I'm all about goals. I am all about setting New Year's resolutions and finding ways to improve my life and improve myself. But for the longest time, I would wake up on January 1st and I would have a laundry list of goals that I wanted to achieve, and I would never actually accomplish pretty much any of them. Let me know if you've been there. I struggled for years and years trying to figure out how to actually accomplish my goals. And over the past few years, I have finally figured it out. I have finally realized what was holding me back from accomplishing my goals, and I've accomplished a lot since then. And so today I'm gonna share with you the 4 reasons, the 4 roadblocks that are stopping us from achieving our goals. Number 1 is mindset. You can have the perfect list of goals, you can have the perfect plan, you can have everything else can be right. You can have all the finances, all the time in the world, but there are a couple key mindset shifts that can really make or break actually following through on all of the goals that you want to accomplish. The biggest one for me was the all or nothing mindset. I had it in my brain that I either needed to do all of my goals starting on January 1st and I needed to be perfect at them every single day, or I would just do none of them and I would just stick with the status quo. I'm like that with eating. I am like that with workout programs. I am like that with a lot of things. And then I realized all or nothing isn't working. And that mindset shift made a huge difference for me. The second one, which I can also relate to, is fear of failure. Again, Enneagram type 3, I struggle with being afraid of failing and putting myself out there and trying something new and then not completing it. So I just won't even try. I just won't even start. And the last mindset shift that is so important is fear of success. That is another one. We sugarcoat it as fear of failure, but deep down, we're actually afraid of success. We're afraid of getting exactly what we want. And there's one specific goal for me that once I realized that it was the fear of success that was holding me back, and I let that go, all the doors opened up. The second roadblock that keeps us from achieving our goals is picking the right goals. And this can go in 2 different directions. The first one is setting goals because everybody else thinks that you should, or because that's what everybody says is the right goal or the right answer. So then all of a sudden you have a goal that doesn't mean anything to you, that's not exciting, that's not motivating. And let me tell you, motivation shows up on January 1st, and that's pretty much the only day. Maybe every now and then, Mondays, especially when they're the first of the month, can be pretty motivating. But at the end of the day, getting through your goals is not about motivation. And so if you have goals that you're not even remotely excited about because they're goals that somebody else said you should have, I hate to break it to you, but you're probably not going to accomplish those goals. Another piece of this is actually not setting goals because it feels like that's what everybody else is doing. This is especially true if you have rebel-like tendencies, if you're familiar with Gretchen Rubin's 4 tendencies. Well, everybody else is an entrepreneur and I don't want to be like everybody else, so I'm not going to start my own business. But maybe that's the perfect goal for you. If you don't choose goals that truly matter to you, that make you excited to get up in the morning, regardless of whether everybody's doing them or nobody is doing them, then you are going to struggle to complete that goal. Roadblock number 3 is getting started. Have you ever heard the phrase, the hardest part about getting started is actually getting started? Like I said, that motivation only shows up every once in a while. And getting started is incredibly difficult. But once you get started, it is so much easier to get going. Have you ever been skiing and taking that first just going down the hill? It takes a lot. It takes a lot of mental effort. It takes a lot of, like, your stomach is in knots, and trying to just push yourself just to get going down that hill is tough. At least for me it was. But then once I started going, it was easier, and I knew how to ski and I could get myself down the hill. How about riding a bike? Do you remember the first time you learned how to ride a 2-wheeler? I'm gonna tell you a secret right now. I didn't learn how to ride a 2-wheel bike until I was like 8. My fiance's nephew just learned at 4, and I just feel a little bit behind. But think about riding a bike. When you are trying to get going on that bike and you're trying to find your balance and you're trying to get the pedal started, it's really tough. It's hard to get started on the bike. But once you're on it, once you're pedaling, and once you're going, it's so much easier and you can just cruise. So one of the biggest reasons why we don't achieve our goals is because we don't even start trying. And maybe it was a mindset issue. Maybe it was picking the right goal. Or maybe what it is most of the time is that it's too big of a step. And that first step is too big. I just recently saw this image that I absolutely loved, and it's a photo of a ladder, and it's got ladders that have these big, giant spaces in between them. How are you gonna climb that? How are you gonna get up to that ladder if you can't even get to that first ledge? Versus a ladder that's got tiny little steps, and it's not that much work to just take the first step. The key to getting started is to start small and to pick a small baby step that seems silly not even to start. So the biggest key to getting started is picking a small step to start with. And the last reason why we struggle to actually achieve our goals is finishing and continuing to work on those baby steps until we cross that finish line. And for me, the number one reason that I wouldn't finish is because I would forget. I would forget about my goals. I would write down all of these things. I still have this list. I remember in 2015, in my notes page, in the back of my planner, I wrote down 10 things I wanted to do in 2015. I guess this whole 15 and 15 thing wasn't a thing yet, or I didn't know about it. And so I had 10 things. That was my list of goals, my list of resolutions. And I put them in the notes page in the back of my planner on January 1st, and I was like, those are the things I'm gonna do this year. And then I never went back and looked at them. I never went back and checked in on my goals. I never scheduled time in my planner to work on my goals. I never made it a priority to check in with my goals on a regular basis. And do you know how many of those 10 things I did? None. I didn't do any of them. So once you have these goals, you're in the right mindset, you've chosen the right goals, you've broken them down into these little steps so that you will actually get started. Now you need to make sure that you are checking in with those goals. You need to make sure that you're scheduling time for those goals. You need to make sure that you are prioritizing them over the other things that are not as important, and prioritizing them over each other, because that is another struggle that we have. That's not even, it probably falls into all 4 categories, but we try to do all the goals. It's kind of that all or nothing mindset when there's all of these goals and we don't prioritize them and we don't pick which one is actually the most important that is going to take up our time right now. So those are the 4 reasons that I have seen myself, and I have seen so many of the members of our community struggle with achieving their goals. And I wanna help you overcome those. I wanna teach you all the tools and tricks and all the things that I know about overcoming all 4 of those roadblocks. And we are going to do that together in a live course that I am launching on February 1st. I am a course hoarder. Let me know if you can relate. I buy online courses all the time, and I just don't do them. I don't make them a priority. I don't put them in my planner. And I have found, for me, it is so much better when I participate in a course that is live. So for the first launch of this course, I'm so excited to share all of this information with you. We are going to do it live. So for 5 weeks, starting on Monday, February 1st, I am going to teach you how to overcome each of those 4 roadblocks. We are going to do 4 sessions every Monday in February at 7 p.m. Eastern. It is going to be live on Zoom, and we are going to learn how to overcome all of those roadblocks. And then there will be a bonus session on Monday, March 1st to go through some specific actions to take to start implementing what you've learned as we kick off a brand new month. I love when a month starts on the 1st, as well as any last minute questions. Additionally, I want to make sure that you are getting all of your questions answered as we go throughout this process. So every week there will also be a bonus live Q&A later in the week. All of the details will be listed in the description box down below. If you are interested in joining us live, I am so excited to go on this journey with you and to really talk about how to overcome all of these roadblocks. If any of these things resonated with you, if there are any of these things that you were like, Laken, I have been there, I have struggled with that, and you have goals this year, you have things that you want to accomplish in 2021, join us for the live session so that we can get started on these goals together. The doors for our first live session will close the day before it goes live. So you can, if you are a last minute kind of person, you can sign up until Sunday, January 31st, and then we will kick it off on February 1st. If you are watching this video after February 1st, do not worry. This is not going to be the last that you see of this course. Make sure you're following me here on YouTube and over on Instagram at PlanwithLaken, and I will let you know when the course is launching again. If you have any questions whatsoever that you don't get answered with the information in the description box, please let me know down in the comments, or feel free to shoot me an email. I will be happy to answer any questions that you have. I'm so excited. Thank you so much to everybody who has encouraged and supported me over the years, as I've been working on this for a while and I'm excited to finally share it with the world. So that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday focused on helping you achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching. Happy planning. It's going to be listed in the description box. All the